Hi everyone, it's Chenzo from Reality Art Pod here to talk about Survivor Season 48, Episode 10, titled My Enemies Are Plottin. Last week on Survivor, the Integrity Alliance turned on each other, sending stuntman David flying to the jury. Before I dive in, I put a link in the description to catch up on the season's recaps. If you like the content, consider liking and subscribing. If you use my link in the description, you could binge Survivor by trying Paramount Plus for free. But let's dive into it. Following David's departure, they're down to 8 players. Mary feels played by the group. Having lost her number one ally David, she's feeling on the bottom. Eva tells Mary basically that she's not going to help her in the game, but she'll tell her if they're voting her out. What a saint. Star and Camilla approach Mary to bring her in. They all plan to bring Mitch in to vote with them, tie the votes 4-4 by voting for Joe. They're calling this the revolution. Star is fired up about this, saying they've got spirit and spirit goes a long way. I like that attitude. That's nice. The next day, Mitch tells an extended story about getting chased by a dog. Remember when they talked about fighting a gorilla a few weeks ago and it started a worldwide conversation? Everyone loves Mitch, but Joe and Shaheen are lying to Mitch to make him feel like he's in with the Integrity Alliance. Joe feels great about his final four being he, Kyle, Eva, and Shaheen, and that they'll pick the other players off easy peasy. We're getting a lot of content from the bottom players in this episode, who are a lot more fun and silly than the rest. Now Mitch is snoring, and when he and Star are done shading each other, she asks him to join the revolution and go to rocks. Mitch doesn't take this seriously. He calls Star a huge joke in confessional. Ouch. Camilla fills Kyle in on the revolution, that the bottom players are planning to target Joe. Kyle likes Joe, he doesn't like the plan, and doesn't want to be part of it, but he'll let Camilla do her thing, vote for Joe, and he won't be mad at it. Kyle is Kim Spradlining, talking about his options in confessional, but he expresses guilt about lying in the game. They head to their reward challenge where they'll be tied up and have to slither like a snake to drag a buoy with their mouth, stand up and untangle the buoy, then toss 3 rings onto a target. The reward is fried chicken and waffles, which Jeff starts chanting, and it turns into a musical moment, the first of many in this episode. They get started. Shaheen is a natural slitherer. They all look silly as hell, as can be expected. Kyle finishes the slithering first, but he gets tied up with the untangling, letting Joe get to the rings first. Players get to throwing. It comes down to Joe and Kyle, and Kyle wins the fried chicken and waffles. He picks Eva, Camilla, and Shaheen to join him for the FCW. These picks make Mitch question Kyle and Mitch's place in the game. The reward players are drinking on a boat. How lovely. The food looks so good. Shaheen throws cream in Eva's face, which makes her feel delighted. This lunch makes Eva feel extra safe in the game. Kyle tells us he purposefully didn't pick Mitch, Star, and Mary for the reward to piss them off so Camilla has an easier time with her plan. Back at camp, Joe is agitated that Kyle didn't pick him, but he decides it's an opportunity to build on his relationships with the bottom players. He tells Mary that everyone thinks she's a genius and was controlling David. Mary feels like Joe is trying to get her jury vote here. Mary finally gets Mitch alone. She asks him to join the revolution and go to rocks with the bottoms. Rock Bottoms is a great name for this alliance. They head to their immunity challenge. Players will hold the table steady with their rope, stacking the word immunity. If they drop their table, they have to start over. The first player to finish their stack and step on their platform wins immunity. Jeff offers a rice negotiation. If 3 people sit out, they'll get rice. Nobody even thinks about it. Players are over this ish, and so am I. This should have been a secret scene. They get started. Kyle's using the booty tooch method. Players drop left and right. As usual, the lead changing as they go. Joe is kissing his blocks, telling them don't you be a butthole, which also could have been the episode title. They've got the National Geographic cameras, showing a fly fluttering around Joe's eyes. I could see the wings flapping, making us feel like the bug is going to do something to him, but Joe wins immunity, throwing a wrench in the Rock Bottom's plan. Back at camp, Star again tries to strategize with Mitch. He advises her to play her shot in the dark. In confessional, Star calls Mitch scared and weak. Mitch isn't down for the plan, so it all falls apart. What a shocker, the thing they teased us happening in the preview didn't happen. Mary and Camilla strategize. Mary suggests they vote for Kyle, so Camilla's now over the plan. She throws Mary under the bus to Kyle and everyone else, and is blaming Mary for everything. This all boils down to 2 options, Mary or Star, who even tell each other that they're voting for each other. Mary campaigns to Shaheen. He likes her ideas. Star hits us with a rap to express herself, giving us, my enemies are plotting on me. And oops, she rapped the thing, which turns into an epic Survivor musical moment. Top 5 if you ask me. I need this to be sampled 100 different ways today. The Integrity Alliance agrees that Mary's a bigger threat than Star because she's overall a better player, and Mary confesses that even though she has good social game, in this group, it's not slapping or hitting. At Tribal, Cedric is especially serving Workroom RuPaul. He's ready to judge the girls on their Tribal performance and find out who'll sashay away. Tribal is the usual fare, Star being Star, players saying they trust each other and don't want to be paranoid. I'm convinced the best strategy at Tribal is just to be silly as hell. Mary's pitch is that she can be used as a number. Star doesn't really have a pitch. She talks in circles, leading to Jeff asking her if she's considering playing her shot in the dark, which felt like a hint. She says maybe, but she doesn't. Jeff reads the votes, and by a vote of 5-3, Star is voted out, with Camilla, Mitch, and Star being the 3 votes for Mary. So we lose Star here, who I was lukewarm on preseason. She was obviously cast for her big personality. I'd cast her too. On original Logi, she finds herself on the outs, with everyone having alliances except her. She loses her vote to the Beware advantage, which doesn't help her her make allies, as she has no vote for like half the game, only getting it back when they finally decode her idol. Then she offers the idol to Eva because she loves Eva so much. She'd go on to lose another vote, and she'd be underedited on the show until this boot episode, where they finally cashed in on her with her rap, and another rap in her exit confessional. Tons of funny one-liners. She really needed that idol to have power in the game and save herself here. She ends up voted out by her old loggies, including Eva, who still has her idol, which is savage but hypocritical coming from Team Integrity. She should have tried to cash in on that debt and made them feel guilty for voting her out. Star is vibrant and interesting, but ultimately did have a flawed game. I never felt like she had a chance to win, but I do like her, and wouldn't be mad if we see her again. She's a big character who's a great fit for a second chance season. With some more game knowledge, better luck, she could have a much better run. Coming into next week, I worry for Mary. This could all be so straightforward. With the Team Integrity steamrolling to the end, I still think Kyle's the winner. They go out of their way to explain his opinion about everything. But that's all I have to say about this episode. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the episode. Star's departure. If you liked the video, consider liking and subscribing. I'll be back next Wednesday with more Survivor. You can also follow me on social media, where I'm mainly talking about Labubu right now. Does anyone else have Labubu fever? Let me know. Until next time, you know where to find me. Bye!